Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Subspace D&D, and I would like to try to do a gathered recollection of what happened in the last few episodes, because it's been so long since we've played. I think a month and a half now, so I don't really blame you guys if you don't really remember much. So a couple of things that I want to immediately go on. You beat the Displacer Beast. It was pretty tough, but you managed, and then you also lost one of your horses. I believe it was Nicholas, and Mike ran away, and eventually he came back and kind of sees that he's kind of like a come-and-go kind of horse gatherer type thing. Then we got to Baden's Rock, where you guys found out there's something weird about this place, and it seems like the person who gave you this quest, he didn't remember giving you this quest. Shortly after, he himself disappeared. Along with that, a couple of other people have disappeared from underneath your feet, including O'Flanagan, who is also MIA. You have been trying to figure out what's going on and try to see if there's missing children, if anybody knows anything about them, and no one does. You met with the mayor, who offered you to scratch his balls if you can help him with something going on where people have been robbing the delivery of alcohol cargo of the brand name alcohol of Ruinsol, Everclever, that's supposed to be delivering to a nearby village. It keeps getting robbed, and they don't know who's been robbing it, and he wants you to help him. And in return of helping him, he will give you a sum of gold, and he will allow you access to a special person named Lyra, who you've been trying to get in contact with because Lyra is the one who signed the letter. Now you have a problem, because your characters don't even remember themselves how they got this letter, because you all at the same time forgot the man who gave Corwin the letter. You also, the tavern keep, Mr. Weber had a wife, Mrs. Weber, who he also had disappeared from underneath his feet, and you three as well forgot who she was, or that she even existed. There's a person named Lyra, and she was arrested recently, and she's in jail, and she's your closest lead to figuring out what the hell's going on, and possibly understanding what happened to O'Flanagan. Shortly after, Orb Weeb was reunited with her father, and they had a very bonding moment. At the same time, there was a burglar who robbed her father that Corwin pursued. Corwin found the ability that he could fly, and at the same time, he was met with somebody at an equal skill level who was able to catch his sending stone that was flung to him and ricochet it back towards Corwin. Through this bout, the man got away, but Corwin was able to recognize him from a previous event. He was the same man you guys met leaving Pelios, who offered to have a one-on-one friendly bout to test skill for a sum of gold. You all rejected, but that was the last time you saw him. It seems since then he has leveled up in his skill, and he seems to be a worthy adversary. After that point, Demonia got poisoned with a poison arrow, and you guys went to go recover an antidote for her from a crazy shopkeep who gave you a lot of struggle to get this anti-poison, but you got it. You finally get back to the warehouse where Demonia is leaving, to where you hear voices call out to you. And they say, "Looks like dinner is on the menu tonight." And you turn around and you see a gang before you. And they, as you know, are called the Diamond Runners. That's a general summary on the top of my head of what happened last session. Is there anything else you guys want to go into? Any questions? Anything I missed?
Mort almost died.
Mort did almost die, yeah. There was he jumped that fence that you guys were going to behind the tavern, and you found him on the rooftop bleeding out.
Yep.
And you guys were able to, or we saved his life, but he was bleeding out and he was gravely injured, and he also lost his dagger he got from his parents when he was much littler, left behind on that rooftop.
Oops.
He said something, but you said, it was like you guys said, we'll go get it later or something, and he kind of dropped the topic. Anything else? There was that one point where Orb Weeb transformed into, I believe it was a roach, and fell down that big hole going towards this giant catacomb area beneath the city, where she landed on top of a mushy body that she did not choose to try to analyze and just kept going. And eventually she found her way out by becoming a bat and flew out of a nearby hole back up to the surface top. While she was down there, she could tell there was something else down there, but she wasn't able to figure out what before she left the catacombs.
Oh boy.
You guys got
I think-
anything else?
I think that was
That's
overall
about
the
it.
highlights.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll jump into the combat then. I want everybody in a moment, not quite yet, to prepare to roll me initiative. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
16.
13.
All right.
9.
Nice.
9. I gotta roll Bartholomew's initiative.
I love my lack of spell slots.
I know that. What?
I love that.
It's gonna be a tough.
Can I take a nap?
No.
Take a nap right here.
Can I take a nap?
Or Weeb starts crying. That's it.
Bartholomew got a 6. Okay. We're just gonna do auto roll initiative. Screw it. All right. Okay. Okay. So, some things about this encounter that I want to do before we actually swing into it. It's gonna be a tough encounter. This will probably be the toughest encounter you guys have done so far. If at some point you do want to take a break, just raise your hand and let me know. I've done simulations. This encounter could go really fast, or it could be quite deadly. It's up to you. So I guess all I have to say is just, strap your boots in, think tough, don't be afraid to coordinate on what you want to do, and that's it. Any questions before we start the encounter?
How many people are we going up against?
They're all on One More Multiverse, but as far as you know, there was about 6-ish. And they're dubbed the Diamond Runners. They are a gang that have been terrorizing the alcohol shipments lately. Also, to conclude, on the recap, the alcohol shipments were going to the Knights Ventures Circus, revealing that they are
Oh, yeah.
a town away from you currently.
Not good.
So,
Not good.
let me pull up. I don't need that.
All right, ready to fight, boys.
Okay, so,
Time to sing this song.
oops. Okay. So the leader of this gang approaches you, and orb wave stands between all of you, with Demonia just behind her. Demonia feeling woozy and aching from the poison running through her body, who was currently holding the antidote.
It was.
Ooh.
I think it was Corwin.
I think
it
yeah, I
Corwin?
think I had both.
Okay, so Corwin, you have the antidote and poison in both your hands. Keep that in mind. That's gonna play into your turn.
Oh, just a second. Was it green and a blue one?
It was
The blue
green
one-
and crystal blue.
The blue one is the antidote.
Yes. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
kill me.
The
Kill-
blue one.
Please.
Here's the antidote. Gives you the fucking poison.
Like, well, the
Green
Demoinia's
one
dead.
here.
Double
This
effectiveness.
interaction was quick.
Demonia,
We
keep
made the
in
fight
mind,
fast.
with your poison, Demonia,
I'm
you have
on
disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the bandit captain approaches Orbweeb, and he kind of bares his fists and flexes muscles. You see he unsheathes unsheathes his scimitar, and he swings down on Orbweeb, just roaring while he does. The first swing is only an 8. You see the first scimitar swing clashes into the ground, and he kind of looks up at Orbweeb, and you can tell he missed, but he's looking into your eyes, and he gives you a really cockeyed smile, and he goes, that was a warning shot. And just as he says that, he raised the scimitar again.
I would like to prepare to
Swings
dodge.
towards your face, and he misses again.
Okay.
Just then, as he misses again, you see he double checks himself and looks at the sword, and then as you see him looking at the sword, suddenly his right hand swings up towards your stomach, and you notice a dagger in his right hand.
Damn.
With an 11, does that hit?
Yes.
He stabs you towards the stomach with 6 damage to your HP, and he pulls the dagger out, and he's just baring his teeth at you and gives you a very cocky smile. Shortly after him, we're gonna push him up. Facing down towards Orbweeb. Then we got the bandit. He is going to... Let's see here. He's gonna move right there, and he's gonna prepare to dodge. It's gonna be the next Corwin Addleberry. It is your turn.
Right. I can't. I can't see it. I need to do 20 feet. See how far 20 feet is.
You should have free movement, and I do have the grid up.
Oh, okay, sweet. Alright, sweet. So, I'm going to cast... Using my last of my third level pact spells, I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar, which is a 20-foot area.
Okay.
That basically is darkness. It makes it so that they are on disadvantage on movement. The start of any of their turns, they take 2d6 cold damage, and at the end of it, if they do not succeed a dexterity saving throw, they take another 2d6 cold damage. And trying to move out of that area, I think there's any creature that ends its turn take 2. Movement is just halved, or on disadvantage. So anytime they try to move, it's halved.
Okay. Hunger of Hadar, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just skim it real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
So any creature that starts its turn in the area of effect takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area of effect must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against them. Okay, so Corwin, you bring your fingers together. I'm going to bring out an area effect. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna enlarge in that. To about... What was the spacing? 20 feet?
20 feet.
Okay. So that's pretty much the whole fucking area.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, a little bit, 1 square shorter. Okay, where do you want it?
I was thinking just right on top of them, just right in the middle, trying to hit as many of them. Yeah,
Right
and then over right about there.
Okay.
Let's get the majority of
Don't
them.
hit the dog.
Okay.
I don't know, man. That dog could be one of them.
So Corwin brings his fingers together, and you see the fingers kind of twirl around each other, and he starts to pull out this green gooey energy, slams it in the ground, and suddenly these otherworldly tentacles burst out of the ground in the vicinity they're standing in, and they start lashing at everybody in the group. It was a dex save, right?
Yeah, they got to beat I think it's 16 is my...
Creature's turn there. It takes 2d6 cold damage. Okay, so on their turn, they automatically take 2d6 cold damage, and then at the end of the turn, they have to make a dex saving throw.
Correct.
Against your spell save DC. Okay, so is there anything else you can do?
Yeah, so that's just an action.
Okay.
And then
Is that a concentration spell? Yes.
let me check. Yeah. No, I'm concentrating heavily on making sure that is maintained.
All right. So you're concentrating on a spell. I do want to keep in
Mhm.
mind, did you put down the antidote and the poison? Because you
Yeah,
need free
so-
hands to do the spell.
Yep. So it's down at my feet currently.
Okay.
And
Alright,
as
so you
soon
put
as
your feet,
he
cast.
started, yep.
All right.
I'm going to. And the bandit captain is like right in front of Orbweeb.
He is right in front of Orbweeb. Yes, sir.
Okay. So my Eldritch Blast does have the knockback force ability. So in theory, I could push him into the Hunger of Hadar, right?
Say
I
again,
hit?
Sorry.
So my Eldritch Blast
Mhm.
has a knockback ability, the force ability to push back. So in theory, I could knock him into the Hunger of Hadar, correct?
Yeah, as long as that's a pushback ability, is that an extra feature added onto it?
Yeah, that's part of the. It has the 1d10 force damage. So as it hits, it has that pushback. I think it's like only 5 feet though. It's in. Well, I'll find it.
Usually it says if there's going to be some kind of pushback in the description. Do you see it says force damage?
When you go and you start selecting things for it, I thought I picked it up. Let me take a look. Nope, I went with the spear, so I could hit further away. I haven't put the force on it. Never mind. He won't
Yeah,
be
the
knocked.
force-
He takes force damage, but he will not be knocked back from
Yeah,
it. That's
okay, to
something I have pick
define
up
it-
later.
To define it, force is pure magical energy focused into a damaging form.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
Yeah.
Okay. So do
So
you
he
want to
won't
cast
pick that.
Eldritch Blast?
Oh yeah, I'm still hitting him with it.
All right. You throw your hand out, you cast Eldritch Blast, give me a roll. $14 to hit?
Yep.
Against the captain?
Yes.
You do not hit. The Eldritch Blast goes flying right past his head shortly after he takes the dagger away from Orbweave's stomach, and it just goes flying into the sky and dissipates into nothingness. Is there anything
That
else
was a
you can do?
warning shot. That was a warning shot.
He looks to your face and he says, "I'll get you next. Don't worry."
No, it's fine.
You have to do that.
Is there anything else you can do?
No, I'll hold my ground right here.
Okay. It is now the commoner's turn.
Damn. I was hoping it was my turn next because I totally had something cool.
He
For
takes
that.
2d6. He actually takes 2d6 damage. I'll roll it real fast. 1, 2, roll. 7. Okay, so you see the commoner, he's like kind of like quaking in his boots. He sees all this magic being casted, and he starts reaching for his club when he pulls it out. And as he pulls it out, a tentacle bursts from the ground, wraps around his waist, and you watch as he looks down, he goes, "Ah!" And the tentacle just pulls him into the ground, and you watch his body get mushed and compiled together as he gets pulled into this abysmal surface beneath his own feet and disappears forever.
God, that'd be fucking scary.
Orbweeb looks back to Corwin and just says, "Did you do that?"
No, I tried making flowers like you did, and apparently I can't do that. I do tentacles though.
Yeah, all right, man. Keep it up.
Keep
All right.
it up.
As he's like
Whatever that
maintaining
is.
concentration on it.
He's like, "Yeah, I
flowers.
don't know." To make the flowers.
Demonia Mortho, it is your turn.
Howdy, howdy.
Get him, girl boss.
I'm in a really weird spot to do. I wanted to do something, but I'm gonna fuck everybody else if I try to do it. Who's closest to me? The captain?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to... The cat's trying to bite me. Walk over here. It's gonna get
'Kay.
fucking attack of opportunity on me, but
As you enter in his vicinity combat. So I was wrong a few sessions back. They do not get an attack of opportunity for approaching their area. It's for when you leave the area. Because logically,
I see.
if you're coming at them, both of you are prepared for an attack. So there's no attack of opportunity because they see you coming and you know they're gonna see you coming. That's when
Yeah,
you try
that
to
makes
back
sense.
off.
Okay.
So you're good.
okay. So I'm just gonna run up to that captain, and yell, "Leave my fucking friends alone!" And I'm gonna try to stab him in the stomach with my anti-magic sword.
Okay. Roll on disadvantage.
Yeah. So
I bet your sword is pissed.
sword is pissed. I got a 9. Does that it? Does it?
You got a 9.
Does it hit?
Sorry, just a second. Okay, a 9,
When you disengage
you
it.
take your sword, and you can feel a hum as your blade seems to slice through the wind, and you just clip a hair follicle off his head, swinging right over his head, missing.
Threatening enough.
Is there anything else you can do?
It's gonna be lots of warning shots these days.
Lots of
isn't it?
warning
Warning
shots. Yeah, I'm gonna lean in and just say that was a warning shot too, and just hold my blade up like I'll do something.
Okay.
'Cause
You hold your blade up to him and say that was a warning shot too. He looks around and he's like, "There's a lot of warning shots going on around here, but no shots seeming to hit." And he.
but we don't want to kill you yet.
Look behind you, friend.
Huh? Where's Timothy? You see, he seems panicked as he doesn't
Where's
even know what
Timothy?
happened to Timothy. And there's like just a small pile of blood where he was pulled into the abysmal
Holy
earth beneath him.
shit.
Mr. Chalamet.
Okay. Let's see, what do you want to do?
Rip Timothy. Hashtag Rip Timothy.
Rip Timothy.
Okay. You see, there is this very elegant and hooded woman standing. She moves up behind the captain, about just 5 feet behind him. She's wearing this black and golden robe with a golden robe hood over her head, and you can see some white hair flowing out of the hood. Upon looking at her, you can see beauty just radiating from her. She puts out her fingertips, and you see these white crystal balls form, and they gently flow onto the captain. And she said, and you hear words mutter from her mouth, words you're not really familiar with, possibly a language you don't know. And these orbs fuse into the captain, and suddenly there's like this metallic silverish shimmer radiates from his body.
Did she take her 2d6?
She's gonna take it right now, actually. Let's see. 1, 2. 12. So, as she casts this magic, suddenly a tentacle rises from behind her head, comes slamming down and wraps around her throat, and you see starts pulling her back, and she screams, "I love you!" And she gets pulled into the ground beneath her, and her body clenches up and crunches, and she gets sucked into the abysmal earth. Shortly after her, you see the captain looks behind him, speechless, and then turns around, and he eyeballs Corwin Addleberry. And instead of being cocky, you can see there's a feat of rage bellowing inside him.
Did she say "I love you" before she went down?
She did.
Okay, you glitched out when you said it.
Let's see. It's end of her turn. Okay. Everybody give me a perception check.
I don't want to perceive. I'm scared of perceiving.
22.
4.
Okay.
I haven't rolled above a 10.
Okay, so
That just means it's
Uh,
coming.
I'm rolling on disadvantage, so I got a 7.
Corwin knows all.
on
Or
disadvantage.
would give me the goddamn antidote.
Okay, so
That-
he's
that
rolling
is the
on
plan.
disadvantage
the
and
juice.
attempt to hit.
Give me the juice.
Yeah, okay. Corwin, suddenly you look over and you see a man standing towards a tree, kind of barely peeking around the corner, holding out a crossbow, and you watch a bolt go flying right past your head, and it just seems to trim a hair off your head. And the bolt slams into a nearby building. Me
flowing locks.
You see he was standing right here, and he backs off 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Orbweeb, it is your turn.
Get him.
All right, is the captain still looking all angry at Corwin?
Yeah, you see he's staring daggers
And he's right
at
in front of
Corwin.
me?
Mm-hmm. He's keeping his eyes on all of you, but he seems fixated on Corwin.
Assuming that he is taller than me, I'm going to reach my arm up in front of him. Kind of, you can't even see what I'm doing. Kind of like with my hand like this. Like
Okay.
I'm about to grab onto something. And just say, oh, buddy, you're going to have to get through me to get to him. And then I'm going to cast Flame Blade. And the blade will essentially just be created out of my hand.
Okay, you raise your hand towards him,
Shut up.
and you call
Isn't
out
it?
to him, and suddenly this flame, it's almost like a bracelet, forms around Orbweeb's wrist, climbs into her palm, wraps around the back of her hand, and suddenly this fire-ignited blade bursts from her hand as you kind of close your hand into like you're wrapping around a handle, and this flame blade bursts into life with a soaring roar, and you're holding up this fire blade.
And I would like to slash it down onto him.
All right, roll to hit.
That is
Alright.
terrifying.
You also have to make a check for me real fast. I gotta go back and check the spell.
21 to hit.
Get him.
I got a +4 on that bad
Give me
boy.
a wisdom save.
No, come on. I was doing something really cool here. Oh, fuck! 8.
So, Orbweeb, suddenly, as you raise your blade to attack him, you raise your blade, you look at him, and suddenly your hand kind of pulls back for a moment, and you think about how that lady screamed she loved him before she was pulled into the earth and crumpled like popcorn. And your blade just falls back down to your hip, and you no longer feel like you want to attack him. And you may choose somebody else to attack, or do something entirely different.
Fucking wasted a spell slot for that. It was my only last
blade's
spell
still
slot
ignited.
for that.
The blade's still lit, but as long as the spell allows it. What's the duration on it?
The duration is concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so as long as you stay concentrated.
And if I
You have
drop
it.
it disappears, but I can, as a bonus action, reignite it.
Okay, you have to stay focused on it, but you suddenly don't want to attack him, and you just pull your hand away. You're not even really sure why you don't want to attack him, but you feel some pain when every time you think about the image of attacking him, the idea of the lady screaming she loves him before she got crumpled to dust just runs across your mind, and your blade falls back down to your hip.
Shoot. I am going to prepare to dodge.
Okay, prepare to dodge. Is that... So if you want to prepare to dodge, that's an action. You already used an action to cast your flame blade.
Oh, that's true, huh? Well, then I will just stand there and look all pretty with my pretty little blade.
Okay. Just some...
Preston's very happy about the blade. Corwin doesn't like your fire blade.
That's fair. I didn't think he would. I thought
Okay.
maybe saying like, oh, like as a protection thing for him, maybe he wouldn't have so much of a deal with it.
Yeah, like he uses fire for his own protection, but this is
Right?
someone else using it.
It's
Okay. So...
like at least the fire person is on my side.
Yeah, right.
Let's see, he doesn't even have that now. Whew, damn. Okay. You do see Bartholomew standing where he is. He swings his arms back, puffs out his chest, and he just You can hear what sounds like a rising from his chest, and you can feel like the hairs on your body kind of stand up a bit, and these electric sparks start popping out of his mouth, and it seems like it's just his cheeks are swelling. And he opens his mouth, and this electric arc just sparks out of his mouth, flying forward. Who is he hitting? This guy, the guard. This electric blast goes flying towards this guy in armor. With a 16, so he's got to beat a 16. Well, he's got to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, so you see this electric blast arcing towards this guard in armor. He sees the lightning coming at him, and he goes to move out of the way. And you see he goes out of the way, and the lightning blast goes flying past his head, missing entirely. And that humming just subsides as Bartholomew, his chest kind of collapses, and he lets out like a ah, as he seems exhausted from what he has tried to do. He's now going to move 5, 10, 15. He's going around the corner. That's the end of his turn. Now it's the guard's turn. He takes 2d6 damage. 11. Okay. You see the lightning blast goes flying past the guard, and he sees the bolt flying. He looks back towards Bartholomew and says, "I'll fucking slay you for..." And suddenly a tentacle just launches and wraps around his chest, slams him into the ground. His sword goes flying to the side. His hands try to grip at the pavement beneath him as he's trying to grasp onto something. This tentacle starts sliding him across back to the center of this abysmal spell, dragging this guard towards the center of the abysmal spell, and he just starts dragging him beneath the surface. And you see he's clawing like he's trying to resist it, and for a moment it seems like he's pulling against the tentacle, but then his grip releases and the tentacle pulls him towards the center, and you watch him his whole body seems to get folded in half, and there's this plume of blood just goes flying into the air, and he just sucked beneath the ground.
Shit's killing everybody.
Damn.
Holy crap. That is an intense spell.
It's a good one.
It is.
Keep doing
And it
that.
lasts 1 minute. So it like 6 rounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you moving the dog? What the dog
Okay,
doing?
you see,
What the dog
this giant dog starts running on all fours straight for Orbweeb. And you see it's baring its fangs, a tongue kind of flopping out, and he goes to munch onto Orbweeb. Let me pull up his step. Okay, a 15. Orbweeb, give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. 4.
Got a 4. So
My
Orbweeb,
rolls are so bad today.
This mastiff dog comes out of nowhere, bites you in the hip, and it just flings you on the ground. You get knocked prone. And it lets go right away and backs off.
That's all he wanted to do.
So
Did
you are
that
now
break my
knocked prone.
concentration?
Give me a Constitution check.
10.
You got a 10. Okay. So your spell flickers like you almost lost concentration just for a moment, but you managed to keep the flame held and burning. It is now the bandit captain. Okay. Orbweeb, seeing you on the ground, he does take his 2d6 damage. Let's see. Okay. He 5, 10 moves out of the area of effect. He runs up to Orbweeb as he's staring at Corwin, brings up his scimitar, still looking at Corwin. He rolls on advantage because Orbweeb is on the ground, knocked prone.
Pick her while she's down.
You see he takes his scimitar, slashes down once for 2 damage, brings it up again. I just rolled the wrong fucking dice for that, sorry. So it's not 2 damage, it's... Wrong? Sorry, I'm freaking out right now. Wrong dice. This dice.
Don't worry, it's
Okay,
probably
you got it.
more.
The first swing swings down, 6 damage to Orbweeb. Still looking at
That sounds
Corwin.
about right.
He brings up his scimitar again. For an 11 to hit. He brings up Scimitar again, slashes down again on Orbweeb's back, 7 more damage. He then takes his other hand with a dagger in hand, still glaring into Corwin's eyes. Still rolling on advantage because she's on the floor. He takes his dagger and he quickly slams down and stabs her in her back for 5 more damage. Still
Jesus
glaring
Christ.
at Corwin.
Can I move at all?
It's not your
Is there
turn.
anything I can do in this situation? Literally anything.
It's not
Roll,
your turn.
maybe?
I'm literally just taking it.
Am I really just gonna take all this?
Yeah, man.
There's a funny scene in Sword Art Online Abridged on YouTube. This guy gets knocked down, and there's 2 guards next to him, and as soon as he falls on his chest, these 2 guards take their swords, start slashing him in the back. He's like, before he dies. Essentially, that's what's happening to Orbweeb. She collapses,
fantastic.
and he immediately
Love that.
he immediately takes this opportunity to step out of this circle range, watching his allies die before him, and starts just beating Orbweeb to a pulp, showing to Corwin, like, don't fuck with me, I will kill her, type thing.
Yeah,
He
points across,
then-
man.
He'll stand his ground.
I've
It is
killed
now
3 of yours, so
the bandit's turn.
Oh, what's one of ours, huh?
I wasn't going quite that far, but yeah.
Listen, his actions are justified. I can see that. I'm reasonable.
15 to Corwin.
Was that last 5 damage
for
the
your
last?
AC.
Oh, yes. That was 15. Like, why?
So
Okay.
what did he do?
Who said 15
Corwin.
HP?
Was-
Corwin, fuck you.
Real quick, was
Just-
the
just-
last 5 damage the last damage he did to me? I just want to make sure I have it correct.
Yes.
I think
so
the
he
5
did,
was the last.
He did a
Okay.
grand total of.
I was
Let me
putting it in as you were saying it.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
yeah,
just wanted to
5
make sure I got
damage
the
was
last
the
one.
last. Was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a solid
Um,
13 hit points now.
Let me. Okay. So he's staring at Corwin, and he's kind of flexing his muscles, and suddenly, as Corwin's looking at him, Corwin, a bolt stabs you in the right shoulder, and you take 6 damage from a crossbow bolt as it hits you in the right shoulder. And you can see it came from a man standing pretty far in the distance, wearing a hood and like a brown cape. It is now
I believe it's my turn.
Corwin Adelberry's turn. Actually, you know what? Hold
Hey.
on. He's not done yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's-
He still has movement. I always forget about
Fucking tease.
that. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to stay right there. Yeah. Okay. Corwin, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to utilize some cantrips so that way I can maintain the circle just in case.
'Kay.
I need to use it. I don't think I can move it.
Tanya, you're like, rip Timmy boy.
Timmy boy.
Rest in peace, Timmy boy.
That's about to rip
17.
or
Fun
weep.
fact.
He what?
Hey,
He was 17 years old.
Oh, well,
Well, he
Wyatt?
shouldn't have-
he shouldn't have gone with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
So my understanding of this is that within 150 feet, I can cast 20 feet of this. Am I
Yeah.
able to move this?
The
like-
Hadar?
Yeah, because I have a
Uh,
150-foot range of it. Or is that a fixed location?
I have one that's
To be
like
honest,
that
I
too, but it
doubt it.
specifically says that I can move
Okay,
it.
'cause I know Moonbeam says that you can move
Right,
it.
Right.
And I remember
so-
that. I just can't remember on spells that have a certain range if you're able to move within the
You cannot
range.
move it.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then
Yeah.
I will go back to the original plan. I'm going to cast Chill Touch towards the captain. I'm gonna try and like push out that skeletal hand like towards his face, try and get some cold damage
Is
onto
chill
him.
touch contact only?
No. It's you create a ghastly
Oh,
hand, a skeletal
yeah.
hand in the space within range, so I can just like shoot it out of my hand.
Okay. Corwin, as you go to shoot it out of your hand, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. 18.
18. Okay, yeah. You shoot out this skeletal icy hand. Go ahead and give me what is he? Is he a dex save or?
Oh no, it's an actual hit. I had to break his AC.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and try to break the AC.
That's a 20.
Yeah, you break the AC.
Fuck you. Get some necrotic damage, bitch. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. And all right. Anything else you can do?
I'm gonna then use my bonus action. I'm gonna throw one of my special little rocks at the bandit who shot a bolt in my arm.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Fucking dick. 15.
15 to hit. You hit. Give me damage.
Screw you, guy. 7 damage.
7 damage. You see your stone launches from your hand and it clonks him in the forehead, and he just raises his hand to his forehead and he's like, ah! And he's still alive though. Anything else you can do?
Nope. Chill touch. That was action. Bonus action. Oh, for an environmental, can I hand? Can I give with an antidote to Demonia now?
Yeah.
Because she's like right next to me. Just
I
Just
would
give it a little-
usually
honestly,
say
probably just
yes
kick it over
if you
to her.
still had
A
it in
little
your
tap.
hand. The problem is you have to pick it up off the ground and then physically hand it to her. If
I'll
you
pick
had
it
it
up,
in
okay.
your hand, I would say yes.
that's
You
right. I did
do
put it
not
down.
have it in your hand. Because usually an environmental action would be you can grab something or drop it, but not necessarily grab something and hand it off to somebody else.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay.
So if
For
you
my
want, you can
verb,
pick it up.
no. For my verbal action, I'm going to. Oh, Demonia, you want the blue one? And I'm gonna kind of point at it with my foot.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thanks for the clarification.
it's right there.
Don't
Okay.
don't drink the green
I'll
one.
say, what's the green one then?
That's poison. That's for later.
Why'd you bring back more poison?
I was flustered. This is
All
not the time.
I was flustered.
Do you have an alternative motive?
Oh, he was saying lots of words, so I bought them both. Also got a creepy picture, which I'll show you later.
Stop with the chitter chatter! The big captain
We're good
yells at you.
friends.
Hey,
Well, you're gonna be
Y'all know
dead
they're-
friends in a minute.
like your friends?
I hate you.
I know.
I hate you
myself.
more.
I hate you.
Is there
I
anything else
hate you.
want to do?
No, I'm a quick kick in the beehive.
Demonia, it is your turn.
I'm gonna pick up that blue bottle
Okay.
and take her right down the Chuggarooski. Yeah, I'm
All right,
gonna
you
drink
take
that.
the blue bottle and you pop off the cork and you chug the whole bottle. You have consumed
Bottoms
the
up.
antidote.
Am I good?
You kind of
Hopefully.
feel a little bit of relief, but you still
Okay.
feel sick. You still
That's
have
fair.
fever and you still feel queasy.
That's literally how I feel right now. It's so.
The antidote
is-
isn't
is just
necessarily
everything.
a instant response.
That's I didn't
but-
know like where the
Yeah.
line was. Am I
figured
still
you
on
were at- you were trying to
disadvantage?
figure out. Yes.
Okay, that's what I meant.
The poison's
DM's
still
so
running
immersive.
through your system that the antidote has to catch up with it before you lose that effect.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, on that, I'm going to use some movement.
I do want to apologize, Demonia. You are now, by being in that square, you are inside the arms of Hadar, and you do take.
Am I?
Damn, you
From
were.
right here?
You were, yeah, right there. Yep. See how it's
I've been there
crossing into
for,
the
like-
middle of the. It starts on your turn though.
Haven't I been there like the whole time?
So
I feel like I haven't moved.
You
No, it's
moved?
fine. I just feel like I haven't moved from where I was.
Well, then consider that a gift that you haven't already been hit by it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, you are being hit by it.
All right, hit
Okay.
me.
You see a
Hades.
tentacle, Corwin. You watch as one of the tentacles fly out, and they go and grab onto Demonia's shoulder, and they rip away, and some blood pours out. And Demonia, you take 4 damage.
You're like, what the fuck? Like, I thought these things were on our side.
Like, not really. They've got a mind of their own. Oh, stay out of the area, that dark sphere thing with the tentacles. Try and stay out of that. They have a mind of their own. I can't control them. I just opened the door.
Noted. Well, from that, I'm gonna grab my shoulder and go, fuck, and then I'm gonna run this way. Because now,
Okay.
now I'm scared.
All right. So 10 speed, 15, 20, 25.
30. That's my full speed. So I'm looping.
Yep, you're looping. Okay.
And for a bonus action, I would like to give Orb Weeb. Let me go to it and make sure I'm doing it right. Bardic Inspiration. So
Yes, that's range, right?
yes, that's got
Okay.
range. So she gains a 1d8 for ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. This could be added after seeing the roll, but not before knowing the outcome.
Okay. And with Bardic Inspiration, how would you like to cast it?
So I'll pull up my little loot,
Okay.
and I'll yell to Orb Weave, and I almost want it to be like I start strumming on my lute, and little like flares come out of it, like a little plume of something that just
Okay.
rolls over onto her,
Okay.
like a little blink.
A plume of like mystical light, perhaps.
Yeah.
Washes over Orb Weeb, and she glows for a moment before it dissipates. Orb Weeb, you now have Bardic Inspiration,
I feel inspired.
and a couple of
Good.
musical notes ring through the air. Anything else you can do?
I have got to get a lute so I can just play it here. No, that's everything.
All right. I want to get like an effect. I can just hit a hotkey, and
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to get that
Loot
kind
time.
of thing. No. Okay. Let's see. $10, $15, $20, $25. Okay. $20 to Corwin on AC.
Okay. Yes.
Why did you even ask? Just kidding.
He pulls out a crossbow, and this time it's a man wearing a red mask and a beanie tied back. He pulls the trigger on the crossbow, and another bolt flies into the same shoulder, dealing 6 more damage to Corwin. Yeah, every time you get hit, you're kind of like, ah, as the bolt hits you in the shoulder.
I'm not a fucking pincushion.
Currently, what's happening is that they're seeing Corwin is casting the most devastating magic, so they're trying to take him out.
Stop it.
He is going to use his bonus action to dash.
I mean, you say throw a rock, and I'm like, oh, rock fight.
And he'll stop right there. It is now Orbweave's turn.
All right. Big captain guy.
What?
Well, sorry. Is he? I'm asking. Is Natanya?
Yeah.
Is he facing me, or
he's
is
kind
he
of standing
facing
over
Corwin?
you. You are still currently on your stomach. You can use half your speed to stand up with no consequences.
Okay. In one swift movement.
'Kay.
I want to, assuming that the flame blade is still ignited. I
That's
want
a
to
good
not
que-
even
actually,
get.
That's a good question.
Is it?
I'm gonna
is
need
it
you to
not?
make. I'll go ahead and make one Constitution roll.
Okay.
Technically, you should be making one for each time you got hit, but we're just gonna do one because I forgot.
9.
9. Okay. So Orbweeb, as you were getting hit, the pain was so severe, you look to your right hand, trying to cling to this magical energy, and the flame blade just disappears.
All right. Orbweeb's fucking pissed now. She turns into that dog. that fucking dog specifically.
Okay.
All right.
Orbweeb, you glare at the dog, and suddenly you guys see Orbweeb's back begins to kind of crack and shift, and she starts to turn into a brownish color. Fur bursts all over her body, and she now becomes a mastiff.
I even already got it up on my iPad. You can't even see it, but I already got all the mastiff.
I know
stuff
you guys
all up
can
on-
transform your characters, so if you'd like, just type in mastiff, and you can transform into one on the board.
What?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Preston knows how. So does Annika.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did I miss
don't
something?
know how.
You go to. Let me see if I can find it again. Go to the little sidebar tab to your right. Open it up. There'll
Yep.
be items, clothes, shapeshift, or effect.
Shapeshift. Then
Shapeshift.
type in mastiff.
Wait,
Yeah.
where is it?
Like that.
You said on the right?
Yeah, so on the right of where you've got like your little ruler and your grid.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like a little arrow in the top right that you can. It opens up another menu.
Yeah.
Open that up, and then when you first open it, it might be on like the little messages.
Yeah.
If you go to the smiley face one, the character studio.
Gotcha. Shapeshift. Found it.
Yeah. I'm done. So-
I'm starting to better my craft at combat.
No, it's good.
Thank you.
They can stop hitting me as part of your craft. That's
Well,
cool.
stop being the most showy one in the group. You're casting all these you by yourself killed 3 of these guys. So logically, I'm not trying to bully you, but logically, if a group sees this guy doing crazy, just fucking killing everybody on their team, they're gonna be like, okay, focus fire, kill that motherfucker.
No, I'm just
Fuck
busting your
that
balls.
guy.
You're doing
So-
great. I would want to kill that. Like, kill the fucking caster. We can get the others later.
Yeah.
That dude opened a portal to tentacles.
To their perspective, they watched this abysmal energy form on the ground, and these tentacles are grabbing their teammates and crunching them into the floor and exploding their bodies before they get dragged off into the 7 hells. Like,
Yeah.
they're pretty terrified.
Good.
Oh,
Boo.
whale.
Fuck
Okay,
off.
well, I can't
want a
turn
tissue?
into a. I can't turn into a mastiff, so I'm just gonna have to be Orbweeb.
Okay. So no
But
transformation.
Well,
I am transforming, but I can't do it on multi-universe thing.
Oh, okay. Is the Mastiff inside your CR range? Because I know as a druid, you have to fit inside a certain amount of CR.
What's
they should
What
list
the
it.
hell does
Circle-
that mean?
what circle did you take? Like Circle of the Moon or what's the other ones? So when you do Circle of the Moon as a druid, you can transform, and then the CR rating goes to 1 and not like a 4th or a half. You can go to CR1, which is like you can turn to like a dire wolf, a
I
giant
don't think she
hyena.
knows what a CR is.
CR
I
means
literally have no idea what
challenge
you guys
rating.
are talking about.
A challenge rating determines how powerful that individual opponent is. It's used in an equation to determine how difficult a full encounter would be for a set amount of party members.
I
in
found it.
Yeah, in that feature description, it'll say like a half, an eighth.
Yeah, my current max CR is a half.
So
Okay, but
you
what-
can turn
What
into a
path did you
mastiff.
take?
Yeah. Where do you see on the mastiff where its CR is?
I have it pulled up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because I have it pulled up too, but it just doesn't. What I have pulled up just doesn't say that.
it'll say
specifically.
on the actual sheet, it should say like skills, languages, and then challenge.
Oh, I see it. Challenge 1/8. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I can turn into a mastiff.
Okay. Orbweeb's body just seems to explode into a mastiff form. You are on all fours. You, in this state, you still do have to stand up and consume half your movement. But you are now a mastiff. Half your movement has been consumed.
Alrighty, I'm standing, and I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15 feet
So,
to right
just
here.
a moment, because these are obstacles. So, he's in your way. The tree's in your way. So you have to go this way or this way and pass through here. Then Mort is also in your way. So up to you, but these are in your way. Unless you have a halfling could run in between the legs, but you don't have that feature. So you can
Ask
still
that
move.
guy to move over.
Yeah. You can't cross diagonally, and you can't pass through people. So trees in your way. Bad guys in your way. Carwin's in your way.
I'll just stand right here then.
You sure? I mean, you can.
I can't move.
Okay.
I can't go into the circle, and I can't go. I have obstacles on both sides.
The circle
of me.
you can go into. You just can't fit.
I'm not going to.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. So if you go into the circle, you take damage if you start your turn in this circle, and if you end your turn in this circle.
So I can go through the circle.
If you go through it and don't end your turn on the circle, you will not take damage.
If I'm in the square and the circle is hitting that square, am I considered in the circle?
So if you are for example, you're not right now.
If I'm right here, like that's what I was thinking. If I'm like
okay.
right
So
there.
if you're right here, no. If you were right here, yes. If you were Demonia was, yes. But right here, I'm going to say no.
Okay, then as a Mastiff, I'm going to move right there.
Okay. Let's see.
That's 20 feet.
That's 20 feet. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Oh, wait, I want to growl at that dog.
Growl at the dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak to him in
Orb
his own language.
Unfortunately, as you go to take off and run towards the other direction, he gets an attack of opportunity on you as you go taking off. It's just one attack, not his multi-attack, but he does get a chance to swing on you. It is going against the dog's AC, not your AC. With a 14, the dog's AC is 12. So he does hit.
Yeah.
You do take... You take 8 damage.
Damn.
So unfortunately, Orbweeb, as you go to take off from him, you get about this far. He slashes down onto your dog's back. You take 8 damage to your full hit points, and suddenly you burst back into Orbweeb's form, and the Mastiff form is gone.
Why did I lose my
Because
wild shape?
if you wild shape into another creature, and that creature's hit points hit 0, you transform back into your druid form.
Mastiffs only have how many hit points do Mastiffs have?
5.
Well, it'll be easy to kill that dog.
And I don't even make it to where I wanted to go.
No. You get... So far you've
I'm
consumed...
dead next turn. I'm
consumed-
dead next turn.
So let's figure this out real fast. You consume 15 speed of your movement to stand up. Then you use 5 more, so you have 10 more speed.
Technically, I used 20 because I was a Mastiff at the time.
Yeah, but as soon as the 20 speed... As soon as the Mastiff form changes back, we're not going to count it against you. So essentially, you had 15 speed of movement out of 30. You transformed to consume half your movement. So then it's 20. Then you transform back into Orbweeb. So we're going to say it's 15, if that makes sense. And then you moved 5 more feet, unless you want to stay where you are when you got slashed. But naturally, if you got slashed, you kind of want to get away from that. So you would instinctually move into the circle by mistake. In this circumstance, you can move back into the square you were in, and he won't get attack of opportunity on you. Or you can continue moving. You have 10 speed.
And to the dog I go. Hello, dog.
Okay.
This
10
is
speed.
embarrassing. I was supposed to be a dog too, but
Now I'm growling at Orbweeb.
You're like, ah! Okay. It's Bartholomew's turn. Yeah, he can try to do this. Okay. He got a natural 20, so let's fucking hope he makes that wisdom save. Fuck, he didn't make a wisdom save. Bartholomew brings up his longbow he has on his back, knocks an arrow, and then suddenly he just lowers his hands and he's like, I don't want to hurt you. And then brings his bow to somebody else and releases the arrow. He hits the dog, has the closest one to him.
That should kill him.
So he got A natural
Considering he
20.
only has 5 fucking hit points.
So Orbweeb, as you run up to the dog and you see it's kind of growling at you, suddenly this arrow just collides into the dog's head and it goes and it falls down to the ground dead and blood is pouring from its body. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Orbweeb is kind of in survival mode right now. She's like, I just need to like live through this.
So she's not even phased.
Not even phased at the
Okay.
moment. Might phase her in the future, but at the moment she's not phased.
Yeah. So the arrow collides into its head, blood goes splashing. Some gets onto your clothes, Orbweeb, but it is collapsed onto the ground, dead. And Bartholomew says, "It's gonna be okay, Orbweeb!" As you hear him from the distance. It is now still Mort's turn, who is 5, 10. You see Mort comes running around this tree and runs to your side, Orbweeb, and you see he's holding out his bow and arrow like he's attempting to protect you. It is now the bandit captain's turn. Okay. He approaches Corwin. Corwin, you watch him approach you bearing his scimitar in hand. First one's a 10. This one hits at 17.
Yep.
He takes his scimitar, slashes across your chest one time for 5 damage. Ooh, and then he takes his right hand with his dagger, and you see he brings up his dagger as he's staring into your eyes, and it fumbles out of his hand, and he drops the dagger. Let's see. There it is. Okay. He is going to stand his ground, staring. Corwin, you see he's looking into your eyes, and he says, "You killed the love of my life. I will kill you for that."
Technically, I did not.
What
That
voice
thing did.
are you? What you're using a voice right now?
Yeah, it's an Irish one.
What?
Change it back. It's not really easy to
No, I
understand.
hear what you're saying.
Yeah, we cannot understand you.
I need subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah, he broke it.
Now he's gone.
How about
There
now?
you go. You're good.
The
We
fuck
could
did
not.
I hit?
If I was able to understand you, I'd let you keep it, but we cannot understand
No,
you.
I don't
It
even
was
know what
pretty
the
hard.
fuck that is.
Oh, yeah, you just
was
sounded
like,
very
"Wah, wah."
like it was like a robot with a deep voice. Like it did not sound good.
Like a man talking underwater.
No, it's supposed to be this one.
Okay. Yeah, so he's staring you in the eyes. He says, "You killed the love of my life. I will end you for that."
No, technically that thing did. Oh, I just happened to open the door.
And it came from you!
Oh no, it came from the ground.
Open the door.
He
Somebody
kind of
answer.
gives a scoff almost. And it is currently your turn.
My turn. All right.
Actually, sorry. No, it's not. It's the bandit's
What?
turn. He's still alive.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay. That's a 21. Who is close? Okay, I see. You see, Orbweeb, as Mort comes running up next to you, he kind of stands in your way, bearing his longbow and his arrow, and suddenly an arrow shoots at Mort into the chest, and you see the arrow pierces into his chest. He looks down and goes, "Ah!" And he takes 5 damage.
Mort, get behind me.
He has 1 hit point.
Mort, get behind me right now.
Can't because there's a tree.
It's not his turn either. Mort looks up to you, Orbweeb, and he's like, he's looking at the arrow, and he looks up to you, and he gives you like a brave smile, but you can see his eyes are tearing up as he is in a lot of pain. Corwin, it is your turn.
Fuck. Alright, so I got big fucker ahead of me, but I have 2 people that are almost dead. and 2 assholes who have shot me.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
I wish this would
Are there-
just stay.
Are there any torches or anything around the area right now? Anything like with a lit flame?
Well, there was my sword.
There was a sword. It got dissipated. Scroll out a little bit.
Non-magical flames is more what I'm
No.
looking at.
There's not.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Corwin's gonna end up just trying to take care of the guy in front of him. He's the one dealing a lot of damage. All right, Corwin is going to do chill touch.
Okay.
Once again, shooting that ghastly skeletal hand into.
Wisdom saving
the-
throw.
Oh, that's right. Come on, baby. 10.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm doing the chill touch, the ghastly, ghostly hand.
Okay. Or, Corwin, when you raise your hand and you go to cast Chill Touch and you see the ice rising upon your arm and the skeleton hand forms from your palm, and suddenly your arm just kind of lowers back down to your hip and you hesitate. You can direct it to somebody else or stop it.
Well, that's strange. And going to position it towards the bandit.
Okay. To hit.
13.
You hit. Give me damage.
12.
Damage. So, Corwin, you lower your hand. He goes, "What's wrong? Can't get it up?" And you redirect your hand, and the skeleton hand launches across the way. And he follows it like you're both watching this skeleton hand fly across the space. And you see the bandit turns, sees the skeleton hand flying towards him. It flies into his chest and just rips through his chest. And you see the skeleton hand flies out holding this guy's heart in his hand. And the hand goes, and the blood just explodes from the skeleton hand before the skeleton hand itself explodes into icicle flakes. And it falls to the ground. You see the bandit goes, "Captain," and he collapses to the ground, and he is dead.
I
Very
tell you
Mortal
what,
Kombat style.
Captain. I'll stop killing your friends if you just leave now. Or I'll have to take out each and every one of them and you'll just watch.
You see, he looks back to you, staring into your eyes, and he goes, "Normally, under these circumstances, I would take you up on that. But you killed the love of my life. And for that, and for her honor, I will take yours."
And you're gonna survive and do that? I highly doubt it. I'm gonna go and throw my sending stone at I forgot his name, the masked individual.
Okay, give me the hit.
The spy.
Yeah. 21.
You hit, give me damage.
8.
Okay, you send the sending stone, and it hits the man in the side of the head and falls to the ground. You hear a voice yell out to you, "You got to try harder than that, bitch!" It yells across the space. It is anything else you can do?
Yeah, I am gonna move.
Okay, you're gonna move? Which way?
I'm gonna move backwards is what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay. Attack of opportunity?
Yep.
I'll
let you do that first and see what happens.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
So as you start stepping back, he takes his scimitar and slashes across your chest, dealing 9 damage.
Ooh, okay.
You changed your voice again. You're using a hotkey. Use the numbers above the keypad, not your keypad numbers.
Yep.
Okay. So you take 9 damage. He slashes you across the chest, and he goes, "You think you're gonna get away from me?"
That's the plan.
Corwin,
Get
keep
behind-
stepping away from him.
Gonna
Can't
get behind
pass
this
through
tree.
the tree. So that's 30 speed
And that-
right there.
And that gives full coverage, right?
You technically you have half cover behind a tree.
We have cover? Okay. That still fucking helps other than
Yeah.
just getting
Yeah, it does.
fucking hit.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you can do?
You're a bitch. And then he'll hide.
That's fair.
Okay. I love it. Demonia, your turn.
I've been waiting for this, for everybody to step away from this fucker. I would like to use Shatter on big ol' Captain. So
Wisdom
that's
save.
60 Wisdom save. No, con save of 14.
You roll a
it's-
wisdom save.
Do I roll a wisdom save? Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's a different effect in play.
Let's try to.
All good.
Oh, well, nothing happens then.
Okay. So you
I
bring
got
up your loot and you go to make the best strum of your life, and you're looking at him as you go to strike it down, and suddenly you lose the inspiration to attack him. You can direct it somewhere else or do something different.
I guess I'll hit the spy then.
Okay.
So it is. Let's see. Lost it. So it's a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from
Okay.
a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution savings throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
19
Get
on
'em.
con save. So he takes half
So
damage.
he'll take half, yeah.
Okay.
So he takes 10 damage.
20 damage
Nice.
originally? Damn.
That-
Okay.
That's really fucking
Shatter's
That's pretty
dope.
fucking powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Yeah. 10
okay.
damage.
You sorry. You're right. Yes. I had to give him 10
Every hit
damage. I
point.
did.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. So you do that and you hear him go, "Ah!" And he's like holding his hand, and you guys don't really know
Yeah.
why. And it seems like when Demonia is strumming on her lute, no sound is being made that you guys can hear, but he's screaming in agony, like almost as if she's playing the worst song you could possibly imagine.
I want
but
to
you
be
guys can't
laughing
hear it.
while I'm doing this.
Okay. You're laughing. Anything else you want to do?
Um,
And is that a concentration spell?
that is not. It's just one initial bam.
Okay, so one spell, bam.
And then I would like to send another Bardic Inspiration, I have 3 of them, as a bonus action to
Okay.
Corwin.
Okay. You turn to Corwin, you cast Bardic Inspiration
Spell-
towards him. You
Yeah,
illuminate
while
in a
strumming my
nice
lute.
silverish light. Corwin, you have Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Anything else?
Can I disengage a little? Just
You're welcome to use your movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll just head up to Corwin.
Okay, 25. All right. It is now the spy's turn.
How are you not dead?
He's
Died.
got to be fucking close.
I know, man.
He is bloodied.
Oh, Lord, he's coming.
Okay. You see, Demonia, as you're running, a bolt goes flying over your head and it hits the tree nearby. And you can see the spy is pursuing you, and he's holding his crossbow in hand, reaching for his short sword. He sees it misses, and he instantly chooses to back off. Dash action as a bonus action.
I'm gonna yell, "That's what I thought!" Pussy.
Pussy!
Orb Weeb, it is your turn.
I'm gonna place my hand on Mort's chest and just say, everything's gonna be just fine, buddy, and cast Healing Word on him.
Alright, how much health?
Rolling it right now. Oh, can I add Bardic Inspiration to that?
You can't,
Wait.
right?
Alright.
Or is it, no, it's only ability checks. It wouldn't add
Ability.
health.
Ability
and
checks,
saving.
attack rolls, saving throws.
So just it wouldn't add to the HP. So just 6.
Just 6.
Okay. Honestly, that's really helpful. Anything else? And so as you cast heal upon him, Bartholomew looks to you, holding his long bow and arrow in hand. And as you do that, the tears kind of dry, and he gives you a brave nod, and kind of goes, and he turns and he sees the spy running towards you guys, and he starts reaching for the bowstring on his bow.
I'll just be there right next to him.
Anything else you can do?
I think that's all I can do. I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Bartholomew's turn.
Sorry.
What?
Oh, I was gonna give advice, but never mind.
Okay. Ooh, nat 1 on Bartholomew's part. Bartholomew goes to bring up his bow, and he stumbles, and he drops the bow on the ground. He uses environmental action to pick it back up, but he loses his chance to attack. He's going to stand his ground next to Orbweeb. He is dead. The bandit captain's turn.
Go away.
You see, he's kind of just trudging his feet, just boom, 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 boom. Demonia, you're in his way, and he's like, "You're in my way." And he brings up his sword. On the way over, he does use an environmental action to pick up the dagger he dropped. He's going to try to hit you. That's a 9. That's a miss.
Oh, bitch.
Ooh, it's 8. That's a miss.
I'm gonna dodge
not
it
done
really
yet.
dramatically and be
Oh.
like, oh.
Okay. So he swings his sword once, and you dodge out of the way. Then he swings his sword again, you dodge out of the way. And he kind of looks at you and he's like, ugh. And then brings up his dagger and goes to strike you in the chest with it for 13 AC.
Yeah, he hits. I'm gonna be like, oh,
4
you got me.
damage. 4 damage as the dagger strikes into you. And he looks into your eyes and he says, "I just want the caster. Get out of my way."
That's not gonna work for me, buddy. You can stab me 6 more times. I'm not moving.
You gonna die for him?
That was the plan.
Why?
You ever heard about a little thing called friendship? Sometimes you owe people shit, alright? Why are you attacking for this random captain? What's your allegiance?
I am the captain, and I had friends too.
Fuck, I thought it was the other guy that ran over.
No, you're good.
I got you guys confused. You look the
I
same.
was you look the same. You're like, well, what? I'm sure you have a captain, and your captain has a captain, and you follow to somebody else. So we're really in a pissing game of here. Why we'd be attacking each other anyways? It's a moot point. Everyone's dead. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Get out of my way.
No.
All right.
We'll not be doing that.
Okay, bandit captain.
Now
Okay,
you just
he's
stare
staying
into
right
each
there.
other's eyes deeply for the next 30 seconds.
Yes.
Technically, this is all happening inside 6 seconds, but Carwin, it's your turn.
Isn't it the spies? Oh, no, it was the bandit's turn. Never mind.
He's
You're-
dead.
That's right. I ripped his heart out.
Yes, you did.
You finished him, dude.
Finish him. Yeah, he's still in line of sight. Okay, I'll do my wisdom save to see if I can attack the captain. I'm gonna use the chill touch to get. Actually, I'm going to release my concentration because I don't need that additional bullshit going on right now
We're
in his
good
head.
now.
Yeah,
All right.
it did its
You
part.
release your concentration,
everybody.
and with a roar, the tentacles just sink back into the ground, and with a poof, the magic spell is gone.
Now we're all just weirdly spaced apart.
Yeah. Okay, for my for my action, I'm going to grab my shield and have that up just to kind of help me out a little bit.
Okay.
That way I still have a free hand to be able to throw my fucking rock.
All right. How many rocks do you
Yeah,
have in
so-
your inventory?
I had 3. I've thrown 2. This is my last one.
Okay.
14 for the wisdom save.
You pass.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Fuck you. 7.
All right, let me check something real fast.
He had his little stone behind his shield. Just
Okay, and is the what? I'm sorry, real quick. What'd you roll to hit him with?
Yeah.
What'd you roll to hit for AC?
What?
Oh shit! I haven't rolled for that. That was to break the wisdom.
So you got to roll for AC.
Yeah, let me roll for AC.
That tripped me up. I was like, we missed something.
That's 13.
13 to hit. The rock goes flying over his head.
Yeah, it's another warning shot. You should take my original deal and run away.
You're
And
gonna
once you
die. He interrupts
go
you and just
hide.
yells over you.
I'm gonna go hide behind the tree a little bit more.
Anything else you can do?
Nope, just gonna hang out right here.
Oh my god. Okay. Demonia, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna look at the captain again and say, like I said, I'm not moving, and you're not killing my friend. And with that, I'll roll my little wisdoms.
Okay. Yeah, give me that wisdom
thing.
save.
Wisdom save. I got a nat 20. Am I still on disadvantage?
You with your poison. On this effect, no, because this is save, not an ability check.
Okay, I didn't know. So I got a
you're good. Nat 20,
nat-
so you pass.
nat 20. And I am...
And for a nat 20 on this effect to hit him, if you do an attack, I will give you advantage.
Cool.
If you choose to use it.
Oh, I could do 3rd level shatter on that bitch, but then it would hit Corbin. Not gonna do that.
Don't do that right now.
You will be
3rd
fucked
level.
upon, and I'm not going to do that to you. That's why I wanted everybody to move so bad so I could do that. I am going to attempt to stab him with my anti-magic sword.
Okay, so
Stab him in the belly again.
You did have your loot out, and you were using that to cast your magic. So you
Yeah.
have to put the loot away, which is your environmental action, and then draw the sword. There's no. You already
Okay.
used your environmental action, so you could use an action to draw the sword. Or
All right, so then
keep the
I
loot
just
out.
draw the sword then.
You still have the
I
loot in
don't-
your hand, still, right?
Yeah, I won't
'Cause
be
you were
able to.
planning on it.
I don't really have any other. Well, I guess I could.
Can't you put the loot in one hand and draw with the other?
I guess. Well, is it a
Could I do
two-handed
that?
sword?
Oh, that's a good
Maybe.
point.
That's
What kind of sword was it?
what I'm checking. It's a long sword. Is that a two-handed sword?
I think that one you can attack one-handed for one dice pool, and then two-handed is a different dice pool. I think with two-handed like a D10, one hand is
looking it up.
D8, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah, it's a
Let's see.
one-handed weapon.
Cool. Okay.
It-
Let's see.
It only weighs 3 pounds.
Versatile. Yeah, so
That's
with one hand, it'll
pretty
be a 1d8, or with both hands, it's a 1d10.
Yeah,
Okay.
brain.
Yeah, right. Okay, well then can I, as my environmental action, whip my anti-magic sword out and then stab him while still holding my
Yeah.
loot?
So you
Okay.
hold a loot in one hand, you pull out the sword, shing, and you feel
Yeah,
the
and I
humming
just
from
gotta
it.
pull it out and just...
Okay. Give
Dab.
me a d20 because there's no. I mean, maybe there is. Oh, there is.
Well,
Okay,
there's
so you just
a-
click it. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a hit.
6 damage.
Well, you have to.
And I want to, like... Oh, 2 hit.
Yeah, you had the AC.
See, I skipped that again.
But if you pass, we'll keep
19
the
to
damage.
hit.
Okay, so we'll keep the damage. It was
Cool.
6.
6, yeah. And
Alright.
I want to, like, when I stab him, like, I want to, like, stab him up close and be like, you're not killing my friend, and then, like, rip my sword out.
Okay, yeah, you stab your sword and it kind of just cuts through some side fat, not in a lethal area, but you do 6
Yeah.
damage as your sword pierces through him. You get close to him and you look like probably within 5 inches of his face. He's looking into yours and he says, "Have you ever loved anyone?"
Dearly.
You would do anything to avenge that person.
I understand your plea,
Then get
but
out
I
of my
will not
way.
help you.
Why? What is he worth to you?
I have no allegiance to you.
No, you don't, but you could get out of your way and spare your own life. Why would you die for him?
My life means nothing if it's to not... Pause. Let me rephrase that. My life means nothing if it's not to spare someone else's.
See, he looks down and he says, well, then I feel sorry for you. Were anything else you
Join
can
the
do?
club. No. Well, no.
Okay.
Never mind.
It is the spy's turn. Shoot, shit. Okay. He runs up to Mort. Right there. And let's see, pull him up. You see, as he's running up, he pulls out his other short sword, now bearing the 2. He comes down towards Bartholomew, getting ready to swing both after watching him take out their beloved puppy.
Puppy.
That's the first one's a 20.
Jesus.
That's 5. Next attack, it's 21. And that's 8. So Orb
he's
Weeb,
dead.
as you're standing next to Bartholomew, he runs up and he's like, ah! He just brings down his sword, slices once across Bartholomew's chest, takes the other sword, slices down again, and blood spews from Bartholomew's chest, and he collapses to his knees, looks to you, Orb Weeb, and he just goes, Orb Weeb? And he falls to the ground, KO'd. He looks to you, Orb Weeb, and then he gives you a cocky-eyed smile like he knows what he just did, and then uses his bonus action to dash. Actually disengage. So no, you don't get a attack of opportunity on him for using his bonus action to disengage. He backs up 5 feet, and that is going to be the end of his turn. Bartholomew is down. Okay. Let me add that to his HP. Okay. Orb Weeb, it's your turn.
What's the rule for healing someone when they're down? Is it like if you heal them as soon as they get down, they don't have to make
So
save throws?
as long as you
or is
heal
it-
them, as long as you heal them before they make their final saving throw for death, they're fine.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast fucking... Fuck that asshole, man. Poison spray at the douchebag in front of me.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
cast
say,
poison
oh,
spray.
killing kids now, are we? Aren't you fucking impressive? And then I'm just gonna...
All right, what's
He has to make a con save. Yeah, he has to make a con save of 12 or higher.
con save. Okay, I like it. Con save. Rolling his con save. He had 14. It's a half damage.
Let me check. No, he takes no damage. Ugh.
The poison spray falls just short of his feet, lands before his feet, and he looks up and he goes, you're next. It is now... Anything else you can do before we move on?
Nope, that's the last thing I can do. It's the only thing I
Bartholomew
can do.
is rolling a death save. That's just a standard D20. That's one pass.
Hey.
That's
Okay.
solid.
Dead. Back up to the bandit captain. Says, I feel sorry for you. And then he swings.
Swing and a miss.
First swing is a 9. That's a miss.
I'm gonna laugh at him.
Second swing's a 23.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
So, Demonia, you chuckle, and as he misses the first swing, he takes the sword back, slashes up your chest, dealing 4 more damage. And then, with his other hand, dagger. I just realized something. I rolled the wrong dice. Motherfucker, I keep doing that. What was it? A 4? He rolls with a 1d6 plus 3. So, sorry, my mistake. It's 5 damage. And he's rolling with the dagger now. And he got 24 to hit. He takes a dagger, Orb Weeb, stabs you in the pelvis, it pierces into you, and he gets close to you, and he said, yeah, who did I say?
You said
Demonia. Okay, Demonia. He stabs you in the chest, walks towards your face, gets close to your face like you did him, and he says, just get out of the way.
Just real quick question. On a reaction spell like Hellish Rebuke, it says 1 reaction which you may take in response to being damaged by a creature.
Mhm.
Is that something I have to do on my turn, or
Nope.
can I do that now?
You can do it. Reactions can be done out of turn, as long as something corresponds.
Perfect. I would like to immediately cast Hellish Rebuke against him.
So
Which-
unfortunately, that does require that wisdom save.
Alright, can I try that?
Yeah, wisdom save, and then do the Hellish Rebuke.
I got a 12?
You match, so I'll give you the pass.
Okay. Thanks. While he's leaned into my face like that, I'm just gonna scream and, like, push my hand into his face. And what it does, it says the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must take a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
So I just light him on fire.
He had a 6.
Alright, so he takes the full... Oh, it's actually 3d10 because it's a higher level spell now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right,
Oh,
give
are
me
you
damage.
fucking serious? Oh, 28.
28 damage.
Nice.
Corwin is
You
behind
see
the tree.
You
Fire.
put your hand to his chest, and the flames ignite over his body, and you hear "Ah!" as he screams out in pain. Anything else you can do?
I'm going to...
Actually, it's not your turn.
Disengage.
That was a reaction.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, so
Um,
no.
Okay, it's still his turn. He stabbed you. He pulls out his blade, and that's essentially all he can really do. So, Corwin, your turn.
He's still fucking standing?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna use my last fucking spell. I'm gonna use magic missile.
'Kay.
I'm just going to pop behind the tree and just shoot him with it and then go back.
Okay, so with being behind the tree and popping out, you will suffer a disadvantage. So essentially, what's going to
that's
happen
right.
here? You get to pass that wisdom save, and then disadvantage.
Okay. Well, magic missile automatically hits.
Oh, it does. Okay, so then
Yeah.
So then
I
wisdom
just gotta
save.
pass the wisdom. Ooh, 12.
12. You match, so I'll give you the pass.
Yeah.
Give me damage.
It's not a lot, but 4.
It's
Just
something.
pew!
You pop around the corner, pew, and the magic missile just cut side of his head. The flames dissipate and goes ah. Anything else you can do?
Yeah. Did I see what happened to Mort?
What's your passive perception? 13.
13.
Hiding behind a tree? No.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on there. All right, I
No.
will stay there. I'm going to keep my shield up, and then I will wait for the inevitable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It is now Demonia's turn.
Alright. I am going to... Well, I'm gonna die if I try to do anything else right now, honestly. I have 2 hit points.
I'm at 6.
I think I missed one of my spell slots, so I'm just gonna pop one in there. I should... Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that and I was like, I should have only one left. So, where are you at, Corwin?
Hellish
Fucking-
Rebuke does take a spell slot if you didn't mark that.
Yeah, I did, and then I have the one. That's why I was like, I have one extra that I should.
Corwin's
Damn it,
behind
Corwin.
the tree.
Please move. Damn it! Please let me use my 3rd level shatter, please.
I technically would still have movement. If she said that, could I be like, oh, and then try and like
We're gonna
back
do
up?
follower.
Thanks for the new follow,
Hey!
Eebs.
2. Where's the
Um,
first one?
We don't talk about them.
Yeah, 2. All right, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was just fucking around. Let me.
No, you're good.
I am going to, as my last spell slot, attempt to cast Sleep on him.
Sleep. Okay. You have to roll to match his health, and then
Yep,
if it
roll.
matches, he falls asleep. So give me the roll.
5d8, so I'll just roll those. I want it to be like when I cast it too, I like blow out almost like powdery, puffy flame like shit at his face. Like, you know, like
Okay.
that voodoo
Yeah.
after I just lit him on fire. I don't think it's gonna work, but 27? It sucks
You
that doesn't
bring your hand to your face. I'm sorry, you're still holding your sword and your loot.
Oh, then I guess I can't do that. I
You
guess
wanna
I just have
use
to.
environmental action to put loot away or sword away. Which one?
Put my sword away.
Put sword away. Okay, you bring your
Yeah,
hand to your
Hold
mouth
my loot.
and you go. And this.
Wait, did I make that wisdom throw beforehand?
Let me check a rule on that spell real fast.
Okay, because I don't want to.
Technically, you don't have to make a save with this spell. You. And the powder washes over his face. You see, he looks at you and he goes, "Why? Yeah." And he just falls to the ground, poof, asleep.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna vocally yell out to everybody and be like, hit him with the hitting kill. The moment you hit him, he wakes back up.
Okay, you yell that. Anything else you want to do?
Nar. That would be it.
Yar.
No? Okay.
Nar.
It's a spy's turn. Spy 5'10" runs up to Orbweeb. Bearing both of his blades, he... An 11 to hit. Orbweeb,
Matches,
he
right?
brings up his short sword, his short sword, and he goes to slash down across your chest, whoosh, dealing 7 damage to you. Actually, it might be less. Hold on.
Be nice.
It's 6 damage. And so it's not 7, it's 6. And then he brings up his right hand with the other short sword
I'm
with a
dead.
13.
There's
Yeah.
no point in hitting me again.
So you're down?
I'm down, yeah.
Okay. As he comes across his left hand and the sword slashes you across the chest, Orbweeb, you feel consciousness fading. Is there anything you want to say before you fall to the ground?
I hope you die a painful, painful death like all of your other friends did.
You say that,
There we go.
and your consciousness slips away, and he looks down upon you, and he says, "You too." He takes his right hand, and he goes to strike you again while you're on the ground, dealing 5 more damage to your unconscious body. And let me check a rule real fast.
What does that do? Does that make me like auto fail or something?
I think it's
Kill you deader.
I think you have
Better.
to take damage. So you're at 0 constantly, but if you take damage that is equal to your hit points, it automatically kills you regardless of your saves. I think.
Okay.
I have
That
one
makes me,
first
like-
level heal wounds for one of you.
Okay, so with every hit while you're
Heal me
unconscious,
so I can heal him.
Yeah.
so every hit while you're KO'd is an automatic failure.
Okay. Then that
So you
was one
take-
fail.
You take 1 fail. Okay, he's standing over you, and he glances to his captain who's KO'd, looks to Orbweeb, and you can tell he's making a conscious choice in his mind of what he wants to do. It is now... Orbweeb, give me a roll for your death save, just a standard d20.
Isn't it a constitution save?
It is not.
No,
We thought it
it's-
was a while back, but it's just a normal d20.
Great. 10.
A 10 is a
Hey.
pass. Okay. It is Mort's turn, who now has to make a death save.
You got it, Mort.
I hope he does.
He gets a fail. It's the race against time now.
Yeah.
God.
Bandit Captain. He's still asleep, and there's no way he can wake up, right?
Nope, not unless somebody strikes him.
Okay, so his turn's automatically over. Corwin Atterbury, it is your move.
All right, I'm gonna poke out behind the tree.
Can I look at Corwin and just say, now's your shot?
All right, now that I'm out from the tree, can I see what's going on?
Yeah,
with
you
my
see
passive perception?
Orbweeb and Bartholomew are both down. You see the captain is down. You see Des Moines is standing to your far right side, and you see the spy standing over Orbweeb and glancing between you, the captain, and Orbweeb and Mort, bearing two
Alright,
short swords.
I'm going to
Go back.
take out. I'll hold out my hand towards the captain's head.
Okay.
With I'll just blast like that purple green energy just sitting, and I'm gonna look at the spy like, all right, yeah, you done fought well. I'll let you take the captain, but you give me my two, and you can go away still living.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on. Okay, that was a 14. Can I add that bardic inspiration before you tell me if that passed
You
or not?
can,
You can.
before you know the outcome.
That's a D6, right?
D8.
Oh shit! All right.
you
Mm-hmm. Go bar.
Oh, that's a 7. That would be a 21.
You see, he looks at you and he goes, looks to Orbweeb and Bartholomew. You see his short sword bearing over Orbweeb's neck, almost matching your stance. Looks to you. How do I know I can trust you?
I'm a man of my word. If I really wanted to, I could kill him and then you. But the way I see it, I need people. You need people. Be kind of hard for you to possibly go back with everybody dead. And it'd look really bad for your overall company being taken out by lesser numbers. This way you could make a story saying something else.
He has his chin kind of up, like he, almost like he's trying to have a dominant stance over you, and he goes, I back away, and your allies back away from each of our members. And
Right,
we
yeah,
just
sure. We'll
make our way
encircle.
around.
You go left, I'll go right, and we'll just circle around. I get to my people, you get to yours.
Okay. I'm sure none of us want any more casualties. You see, he glances to you and Des Moines. I'm sure
It'll be
none
a
of
real
us want any more casualties, right?
That
I'll
would
say
be a
none of-
real shame.
What'd you say, Des Moines?
I'll say none of us need it.
Okay.
We may want it.
On 3, I'll go on the right way. Both of you go to the left, and we'll just circle around each other, grab our people, and we'll go.
No, we'll just go clockwise, and we'll just rotate around. Just make it
Okay.
easy.
You see, he brings his sword away from Warweave's neck, and he's starting
As
to
he-
make his way. He goes like that.
My left or your left?
We'll go this way.
Okay. He goes next to his pirate captain, and he grabs onto him. He's a bigger guy, and this guy's skinnier, and he shakes his captain, and the captain wakes up, and he goes, did we win? He says, no, we gotta go. I'm gonna take you. They're gonna spare our lives, and they take our people, and we have to go. You see the pirate captain looks up to him and looks over to you guys. He says, I want the warlock! He killed the love of my life! As he's going to attempt to push back the spy. Let me see.
Hey, we had an agreement.
You see, he takes his left hand, pushes back to his ally, and his ally goes stumbling backwards and falls onto his back. And you hear him yell, "No, stop!" as the bandit captain wakes up and does rise.
Okay. If he's going to rush forward, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on top of them both.
Whoops. Okay, you're casting Sacred Flame, topping them both.
Yep. So the
Wisdom
radiant
save to do it.
for an area effect.
If he's in, actually, let me check that real quick. No, my bad. You're good.
They just need to make a dex save.
Dex save. Okay, so
Yep.
roll the captain. Captain rolls his dex. He gets an 8, and then the spy rolls his dex.
Disadvantage because he's knocked prone.
Yeah. Okay, it's an 18 and a 7.
Okay.
So both fail.
2d8 radiant damage going out.
All right.
Going out.
13.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, I keep my word. I'm just gonna send it down.
Okay. Okay. You send down this sacred flame, lighting over the area. It's almost like this flame covers your visual of both of them, and you hear a screaming agony. Just a man yelling, "I try!" The flame spewing and spewing. Is there everything you can do?
That I don't have any rocks right now, so yeah, that was I was really hoping that would take care of it.
Demonia? Anything you
I'm
can
gonna. Is it like my turn? Can
do?
I?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my level 1 Cure Wounds on Orbweeb.
Orbweeb, you rest your hands on Orbweeb. Orbweeb, your consciousness returns to you, and you heal for the amount of HP.
7.
7? Okay.
Yes.
You heal 7 HP, Orbweeb, and you're back up. Anything else you want to do, Demonia?
I'm gonna look down at her and say, "We just killed that guy. Don't worry. No, save more."
Okay.
Orbweeb, it's your turn.
I'm going to immediately save Mort.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good thinking, guys.
I will
Get the
cast
boy.
healing word on Mr. Mort.
Okay. How much
He
health?
heals 5.
5 health. All right.
He feels great.
Okay.
Almost
You see
Top
Mort's
shape.
eyes kind of flutter open. He's like, "What happened?" And he opens his eyes. It is now. Anything else you can do?
No, nothing that I really need to do right now.
Okay. Bartholomew uses half of his movement to stand up, glances upon all of you guys, and sees the flames, and he takes a deep breath. Just as that happens, let's see.
This fucker again.
You see, running out of the flames is the pirate captain, bearing both of his weapons in both his hands, running full sprint towards Corwin Addleberry. And you see he reaches Corwin's Addleberry, swinging his blade. First hit's a 22. That's 5 damage. This first blade does 5 damage across Corwin's back. He swings it again in a blistering rage. The 20 to hit. With 5 more damage, slashes him across the back again. Does that put you under?
Yep.
Okay. Then he takes the dagger as Corwin's collapsing. And as Corwin's collapsing, he sort of brings his right arm over him and comes down with the dagger. With a 16, 5 more damage, you suffer an automatic failure to your death saves.
Yep.
As Corwin falls to the ground, he stands up bearing both of his weapons. And just stands over Corwin, looking to Demonia, Orbweeb, and the now risen Mort. We go down the initiative board. Corwin, roll death save.
Twelve.
12, that's one pass.
That's good.
Demonia, it's your turn.
Well, I'm out of funsies here. I put my loot away. I do have my sword out, correct?
You put your sword away to cast your spell.
Uh-huh.
So if you
Put
want to put
your
your
sword
loot
away.
away, that's an environmental action. Or you just
Yeah.
pull out your sword again in the free hand.
I'm gonna pull my sword out. It's an environmental action.
'Kay.
And step forward and try to stab the guy.
You
Again.
step forward and try to stab the guy. Okay.
Yep.
So
Wisdom
Corwin's
save on
body is
that?
in the way.
Okay. Well, I can step
That way? Okay.
around.
Give me a wisdom save.
Okay. $11.
11. What are you trying to do to him?
Stab him.
Stab him. You
My
go to bring your
anti-magic
sword
sword.
to him, and your sword just falls down to your hip, as you have no energy to attack him. The spell negating you from doing so. Anything else you want to do?
Disengage.
That, unless you have it as a bonus action, you
I
cannot.
think I do.
Do you, as a bard?
Actions in combat bonus action. Oh, I thought I did. No, I don't. But I will stand there.
So if you
With
want
my
to
sword in my
disengage,
hip.
since you didn't actually attack him with your blade, I will give you the action to disengage.
Okay.
Okay. You
I'm
back up
gonna-
5 feet.
Cool.
away
Just
from him. Okay. You see he's just huffing and puffing, staring at Corwin. Orweed, your move.
But what did we decide with this guy about environmental changes? Do I still have to roll wisdom?
For
to attack
area.
him?
Or
Oh.
yeah, area spell.
What about it?
What did we decide? Do I still have to roll wisdom if I wanted to do like a spell like that just affects the area he's in?
So, meta, you don't know if an area effect negates this spell.
Well, I know that. I'm just okay. All right, I'll just give
You
it a
can
shot.
still do
I'm
it,
gonna...
but it's just in the meta, like seeing Corwin having casted it with his area damage.
I didn't see Corwin.
So if you
cast
didn't
it.
see that, you wouldn't know that your area spell can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna cast
So just-
Entangle on him.
Okay,
Or
entangle.
near him, or wherever he is.
Also, can you adjust your mic real fast for me? Thanks.
Does it sound better?
That sounds a lot better.
Okay. I'm gonna try to cast Entangle where he's standing. Weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square radius. I'm just gonna have him be the edge of that. So him and behind him, essentially. Because I don't want to hit Corwin, of course.
So you want to do
I
it.
appreciate
What's
that.
the area effect of it?
20 feet.
20 feet? Okay, so you
Square.
can choose
A 20-foot square.
20-foot square.
So, like,
From there on. I see what you're saying.
him, and then the square behind him, and then the square between him and Demonia, and then the square with the barrel on it. Yeah. And then
Okay.
he has to succeed a strength saving throw,
So it's 20.
or he is restrained. Yeah, wouldn't that just be 4 squares?
Yeah, but okay. So where do you want it?
Wouldn't it? That's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I don't think
Am I
that's
being stupid?
accurate. It's 4 squares on the grid.
Yeah.
It's the size of 4 squares.
Wide.
His square,
It's 4 squares
wide,
wide.
and 20-foot square.
So if you took a square and you went across that square, it would be 1
Be 20
square,
feet.
2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. 4
Oh
square.
yeah, because it's each 5 feet, not 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Put the thing up. And to the left. And a little bit to the right. That's good.
Okay. You cast it right there.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the effect?
He's gonna be restrained if he does not make the strength saving throw.
Okay.
And
Strength
so
saving
he has
throw.
to make a strength saving throw.
Strength
And he
saving throw going
fails
out.
and dies.
Oh shit! Hold on, that's the wrong fucking one. He actually has a saving throw chart. Hold on a second. It's double the modifier. 14.
Oh, good.
He beat it. Surprise.
Did you guys not see that roll?
No.
That's weird. It's been like that the whole time.
I don't
I
know.
see his
It's
attacks.
on a wisdom
though.
save.
You don't see his attacks?
Demonia's
Right now-
wisdom save is the last thing that we see on the chart right now.
That's weird. Hold on.
Weird.
Because it showed his damage before, but not now.
Yeah, it's laggy. Looks like.
Whatever. Okay, so he got a
14.
14. Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Okay. So you see he's unfazed by it, not even looking at you, staring down at Corwin. It's Mort's turn. Mort's gonna try to shoot him with an arrow. Actually, it's a roll wisdom save. Hold on a second. Wisdom save. Mort, he failed the wisdom save. Okay, roll a hit. He can't roll a hit. So he brings up the longbow, and Mort knocks the arrow, and he's like trying to focus, like he's trying to power through this spell affecting him, and he just drops the longbow down to his hip. And you see Mort's crying out tears, saying, "Stop!" It is now his turn. The bandit captain, looking down at Corwin, brings up his scimitar. That's a hit. That's a one more fail for you. His other scimitar.
Corwin's dead.
Yep, Corwin's about to fucking Corwin.
That's
Like,
another
actually,
fail.
Corwin is
Corwin's
Corwin's
dead.
Corwin's now dead.
Okay, you see.
Great.
The bandit captain, screaming in agony. You see, he's swinging down his sword for Corwin's body, and he just goes, "I loved her!" And he just screams, swinging down his blades, and you watch as before the final blade goes striking down towards Corwin. Corwin, you are in this dreamlike state, in a realm of all white and clouds flowing around you. You look up at the skies above, and you just kind of see this like almost black chain lightning with no clouds just striking across the sky, and you're on your back, and you hear a voice call out to you, and it seems to be somewhat familiar, but the tone doesn't seem right. And it just says, "Oh, you're here. How are you,
Hello?
friend?"
Oh, a bit beat up.
A bit beat up. You lean up, and you can see Norman standing before you. Kneels down
Oh,
to you.
how's your shopping trip?
It was good.
Good.
It's really good. What about you, friend?
Last thing I bought was potions. Or antidote and a poison.
It's alright, just a second. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Norman's standing beneath you. He's like, "You bought a poison and an antidote?"
Oh, he's a weird shopkeeper friend. He was all over the place. I just wanted an antidote, and then he sold me poison and an antidote, and I was flustered, so I bought them both.
Would you have fun?
yeah, overall, it was a reasonably good time. Other than, I'm assuming that I passed out again.
Yeah, you're gonna be sleeping for a long time, friend.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Let me see, he waves his hand, and suddenly this white space just transforms into the Evercrest, Eagle's Crest that you remember before your parents passed away. And you see you're outside your old shop, sitting by a stone bench. Norman's sitting next to you, and it's a memory from your past. Norman's holding this sandwich he got from a nearby shopkeep. And he's like, "Oh, I got something for you!" And he splits it in half, and he hands it over to you, and he munches on it, looking into the expanse of this town. And he says, "It was a lot of fun."
Yeah, it was fun.
You have any regrets?
Oh, several. I read that book. Life took a very drastic turn after reading that. A couple little things here and there, but I tell you what, joining up with Arbweeb and Demonia, I wouldn't regret that a day in my life.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss them.
Yeah, they're gonna be alright though. I got some good heads on them.
They'll figure it out. They always do.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Oh, Flanagan was pretty cool too.
Yeah, we were going to open up a shop together. That was the plan after all this. I introduced him to combining food together. Blew his little bird mind.
That'd have been a lot of fun.
I would have been.
I don't want to go. I don't think I'm ready.
Right. No, but you see, that's part of it. Life has beginning and ends, you know, and endings have to come at some point. And this just happens to be ours.
Do you think we'll be remembered?
Hopefully. Maybe at least a couple memories.
Maybe O'Flanagan will make a drink or something from us, right? Maybe we'll get a name
Maybe.
on the chart.
Yeah, maybe O'Flanagan just ran off and he's like, I'm done. And he just took off. I haven't seen him for a few days.
Maybe he got out while the getting out was good.
Wow, it's smart of him.
No. I think it's time for me to go. We see the village is starting to crumble and ash away, and this expanse of town begins to bellow into a white expanse, a light shining off in the distance. And Norman stands up. He says, I'll be around, okay?
Oh, alright, yeah, just come visit.
Friends forever.
Always. Never a doubt.
You see Norman, his body starts flaking and ashing away before you, and it gets to this ashiness is getting to his neck. Before it gets to his head, he's like, buddies forever. And then his head ashes away and flows into the Everness expanse. And you're left alone in this town by yourself. Just you. The town fully, the last building, your family shop standing tall before it begins to also join the ashes. The realm being just a clean white expanse. Beneath your feet, almost a flat ocean that you seem to be sitting upon on this one stone bench. You're sitting by yourself, all alone, nobody else. How do you feel? What's running through your mind?
It's a tad empty.
You feel your body getting weak, and you feel your energy becoming lackluster, and things are starting to become cold.
Oh, I think me time has come.
You see the ocean goes on into infinity, and at the very end of infinity, you can see what looks like a sunrise. The sun starting to shine upon you, and the coldness, you can still feel it, but there's a warmth to it too. And you can feel the bench ashing beneath you, decaying and falling apart. It falls away. The last object to your town, a bench you visited many times as a child, one that was near your family's shop, gone. Now it's just you and this ocean and white expanse of a sky. The sun rising as it gets higher and higher. You feel warm but cold. The final thoughts run across your mind. You see Bartholomew smiling up at you, waiting to go on this adventure with you. You see Orb Weeb casting her devastating magic against the villain known as the Avatar of Greed. You remember Demonia playing her beautiful songs and always admiring her brave exterior, but somewhat regretful that you never really got to know more about what was happening on the inside. You see O'Flanagan and Pelios talking about Flinny's, the tavern he wants to open. And you remember him talking about you being with him when he did it, and you guys flourishing this place together. And in the beginning, it was all about survival for you. But somewhere along the line, there was friends that you made, adventures that you went on, a powerful group that you joined. As those thoughts run across your mind, one last sentence kind of plays in your head. What is that sentence?
Probably the last thing he actually heard from his father was, "Go have your own adventures."
Go have your own adventures, Mr. Attleberry. And you feel your body become ash and flow into the sky, and you become one with this white realm. The sword slams through Corwin's chest and pierces into the black stone beneath him. Blood spews, and you can hear Corwin go before he slumps back down. You hear like his final breath he takes. The pirate captain, looking to all of you, grinning. He looks up. I wish it didn't have to end that way. But there's an eye for an eye. And he had to die. He pulls out the blade, and he starts backing away, just slowly looking at both of you. Brings his sword to his side, and he says, "That's enough bloodshed for one day." Still facing
No, it's
you,
not.
continues backing
I'm
away.
gonna look at him and say, if
No.
I could kill the love of your life again, I would. I would do it personally. In the name of Corbin. I would kill her 7 times. And then I'm just gonna... I want to use my mama turkey. My voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal and just scream
Okay.
in anguish.
You just scream?
Like just like drop to the ground screaming. Very,
see,
very loud.
As Demonia collapses, Mort drops his bow and his arrows, and he also collapses, and you see he's just bellowing in sadness, crying profusely. The captain kind of gives a smuggy but yet sad look. And he says, "I'm done." And he just continues walking away. Do you let him walk away?
No, I'm not
No.
gonna let him walk away. I'm gonna cast Entangle on his ass again.
Okay.
Again.
That's all
Wisdom
I can fucking
save.
do.
Yeah.
Strength save. Oh, you
Wisdom
didn't have
save
me roll one
first.
last time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Strength save for him.
He asked. Yep, strength save for him.
Strength save. He got a 18. Or we throw your
Of course.
hand out in a blistering rage. The entanglements seem to spark for a moment before they dissipate and fall back to the ground.
And I'll
he
throw
just-
it again until I'm out of spell slots.
It's not your turn.
Mhm.
We're still
Then I'll
rotating.
wait
Okay.
and I'll run towards him.
You're gonna run towards him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. I'm not letting
Yeah.
him get away.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
about
seems
that
out
far.
of character for all of us to be
5,
like,
10,
well, okay.
15, 20.
Be like, okay, you killed our friend. Bye.
You get
Fuck
up to him
you.
as he's still backing away. You're up to him. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna
Stab.
say you're not getting away that easy. You're gonna have to kill all of us
Yeah.
if you want to get away from this.
You see, you run up to him, and he's still holding his sword and his dagger, and he's like, "Aren't you tired of the bloodshed?"
I've been
What?
tired of it. I never wanted it in the first place. But yet here you guys are, and here we are, and for some reason we had to fucking fight, and you lost the love of your life, and I just lost my best friend, and you're not gonna walk away from it.
Fine. Do what you must, because I certainly will. What do you want to do? Is there anything else you can do?
No.
Okay.
Just gonna
Eh,
stare him in his eyes.
Talk shit. That's what I can do.
Talk shit. That's about all I can do.
Talk shit. Get
It
hit.
gets me killed. It gets me
Demonia.
killed.
Yeah, we're all gonna die for sure. We're starting a new campaign today. New character
One
sheet.
goes down, we all go down, bitch. It ain't working like that. You don't get to walk away.
I am going to, because I really don't have anything, so I'm going to.
Passive
Turn to
perception will show you that he's very bloodied. And
Yeah,
the strong exterior he's displaying, you can tell he's still trying to fall away because he doesn't have much strength left.
I'm gonna use, which I haven't used in a very long time, vicious mockery cantrip. He has to pass a wisdom savings throw of 14 before I unleash my insults.
A wisdom saving throw of 14.
Yeah.
Okay. You still have to pass a wisdom save to attack him with it.
But the farther one? Okay. See if
Because
it
this
works.
spell is not an area effect.
20.
You pass. Okay, so now he has to
Cool.
pass his.
Thank God. Okay. Please don't.
Wisdom save. 11.
He does not pass. All
Okay.
right.
Get
I'm gonna
him.
turn to him and be like, "You no good, thieving, stupid motherfucker! You killed my fucking friend!" And I'm just gonna like start throwing my arms in the air and like spitting while I'm talking, be like, "You attacked us, and you hit me with a poison fucking dart, and you're stealing beer or something, and it came to killing my friend. You stupid mother!" It just loses.
He's like clenching. He's like holding his blades up. He's like clenching his head and screaming in agony as you're saying
I'm
this.
just like pointing,
damage?
and it's only 4 damage, but
Okay.
but
He's
yeah.
screaming in agony. He's like, "Ah!" As you're like yelling these slurs towards him. Is there anything else you want to do?
As a bonus action, which I actually just discovered that I can do, oh, I can't do this until he rolls, but I have something called Cutting Words.
Okay.
It says, as a reaction, when a creature you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. And it's the same roll. You can do so after the roll, but not knowing the results.
Okay. So just catch
So
me
next
when
time
I
he
say it.
rolls, yeah, I can
Okay.
hit him with
Alright.
that.
Orb Weeb. Actually,
I'm
no,
gonna
we just did Orb Weeb, then we did Demonia. Then it's back up to him. Sorry.
I'm definitely
okay.
gonna die.
So he looks at you, Demonia, and you're standing in front of him now, aren't you?
No, I'm staying where I am. It was a
Okay.
60 foot.
No,
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
no, no.
My
He said,
bad.
"Oh,
My
I
bad.
got
Just wanna
you closer."
Make sure. Make sure.
No, that's about 2 HP.
He can't. If he backs away, you get attack opportunity on him. So, okay.
Well, I'm being
See,
honest. I didn't move.
Being put into a corner, he looks at Orb-Weave and he's like, just back away.
Can't do that. You killed my friend because he killed the love of your life, and now I gotta kill you because you killed my friend. Or you're gonna kill me. And you can just live with all the blood on your hands. Walk away from this fight alone.
In the name of love. He takes up his short sword. He swings
misses?
down with a 9 and he misses. And he takes his short sword again, goes to swing back up. With a nat 1. You see his blade swings up and he lets go of the tip and the blade goes flying 5 feet away from him. Clink, clank, clank. He then
I'm not
takes
gonna
his
break
right
eye contact
hand.
from him.
He's
Keep
also
staring at him.
looking at yours. He takes his right hand and goes to stab you with his dagger.
It'd be really funny if he missed a third time.
It would be.
And he did.
Yep.
He did. He misses, and you can tell he's getting tired as the blade misses, and he looks at you and he says, and he takes off running. Attack of
goddamn.
opportunity.
Oh, I'm gonna take my fucking Eric Cochran dagger, and I'm just right in the middle of his fucking back, jump and stab.
All right, wisdom save to pass.
All right.
Please, that would be cool.
May I use an inspiration point?
You haven't. Wait,
as long
no,
as you
you
have
haven't used the bardic inspiration that I gave you either. Because
That-
Corwin.
Well, I
used
was
go
gonna,
for
I was gonna
attacks.
ask to, I was gonna ask to use the inspiration point
Oh,
to
okay,
just
that's good.
completely surpass this.
Sorry,
wisdom
that was
So
just
you
save
get-
okay.
throw.
So you get advantage.
Okay. On the
Sorry.
wisdom save
Um,
or the wisdom check for the to hit him.
yes.
Okay, I'll
Get
roll on
advantage on the
advantage
wisdom
then.
check.
I'll take that, and I'll get rid of my inspiration point. I got a nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. Yeah, nat 20, and by getting a nat 20, I will give you advantage on the attack.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just like I did for Demoinia a while ago.
Thank you.
All right.
We need a ween.
I need a ween. I'm just rolling 2 d20s. One was a 13, one was an 18.
Okay.
I know that's kind of weird on there because the way I rolled it, but
An 18 hits. Give me damage.
Gonna be
I
like,
actually don't have damage on this Eric Cochran dagger.
Oh.
I'm just now noticing that.
Let me pull up your sheet real fast.
let me see
Mine's
if I
a
have damage on
1d4
mine.
plus 1.
Yeah, that's what mine says. 1d4 plus
Yeah,
1.
go ahead and give me a
Okay, then mine
1d4
probably is.
plus your dex.
All right. My dex is 0, so
Just
It'd
a,
be a
1d4
1d4
straight up.
You don't have those
Two.
bard dex stats.
How do you want to do this?
like I said, I'm running up, jumping, both hands right in the middle of his back.
Okay. You leap
Even if
up,
he
you
falls,
take-
I'll just fall down with him.
Okay. You leap up, you have the dagger in hand, you stab him through his spine, you hear and you go falling down with him. You standing on top of his deck with your dagger in his back. He falls to the ground and you hear a He is now
And
dead.
I'm just gonna lean down and just say, "In the name of love," and pull it out.
Hold.
Ooh.
Hold. That's good.
Okay. You pull out the dagger and you step off him and he is very dead.
And now I'm gonna go run over to Corwin's body and just sob uncontrollably.
I'm gonna
Okay.
run up to the guy and just kick him in his dead head repeatedly. Just
I'm a letter.
yeah.
Okay.
Just
okay.
start just biffing this motherfucker in the curb.
All right. Well,
You know.
you run up to his body and you start kicking him in the head. Or you run over to Corwin's side. Mort still standing next to him, just in distraught.
I'm gonna kind of like hold Mort too.
Okay. You walk up to Mort and you see he's crying and he's like, "What is this? Heal him! Heal him! Why not?
Okay. He's past healing, baby.
What do you mean? You do it all the time!"
Well, there's kind of this complicated way of dying. And sometimes if I can get to somebody fast enough, And if they haven't gone too far down,
Why
I can help
him?
them. Do you want me to try? Will that make you feel better?
Do it! Do it!
All right. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Corwin
You lay your
with
hands
a
over
very
Corwin.
sorrowful face.
Does it hit?
You lay your hands over Corwin, and
3.
you feel the energy pulse from your hands. They wash over Corwin. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Why isn't it working? You said you could do it.
I said I could show you what would happen if I did.
Well, you brought me back. Why is he just sleeping?
He's not sleeping anymore.
Don't do this to me, please.
I'm just gonna hold Mort in my arms.
You see,
And
you
probably
bring
just
more.
cry with him.
You bring Mort into your arms, and he's just crying uncontrollably into your chest, and it's like slamming your chest, like punching your chest, even. Just scream crying, ugly crying, even.
Ugly crying, screaming, crying, throwing up, all of it.
With Mort screaming into your chest, and in the distance, Demonia kicking the captain's head, who has passed away. That is where we will end tonight's session. I hope you guys had fun.
I had a great time.
Doesn't really apply today, so you can leave that where it's at.
I had fun.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Don't even talk to me. I'm mad at you.
Don't
just
even
drop
talk
out.
To me. I'm mad at you. Preston, you and I will have to have a chat after this, and I hope you guys had fun.
No, Wyatt, me
And-
and you are gonna have to have a chat after this.
Death is a very real thing in this campaign, and it could happen at any moment. So enjoy every moment you have, and just do what you can with the time you have. That is the end of today's session, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Subspace D&D. And until then, rest in peace, Corwin Attleberry.